Hello students. So in this class we will going to discuss about a new chapter, that is chapter 4, motion in a plane. So topics to be covered in this lessons are introduction, scalars and vectors, multiplication of vectors by a real number, addition and subtraction of vector by graphical method, resolution of vectors, vector addition, analytical method, motion in a plane with a constant acceleration, relative velocity in a two dimension, and the projectile motion. So let us start this chapter with the knowledge of the some scalars and the vectors. Okay. So what do you mean by a scalar and a vector? Firstly, what is scalar? Scalar is a quantity that is completely specified by its magnitude and has no direction, right? So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ magnitude ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, but we are not talking about the directions in a scalar quantities, right? So example for the scalar, suppose a car is moving in a road with a speed of 10 meter per second, right? So here we are only talking about the speed, right? So there is no matter the about the direction, right? So 10 this magnitude, that is the value 10 itself describes the quantity speed. It does not matter whether the car is moving in a north or south or the east or the west, right? So this type of quantities are called the scalar quantities. So what is vector quantity? A vector quantity that is completely specified by its magnitude and direction, right? So in this vector quantity, it includes both magnitude as well as a direction. So for example, for this vector quantities, let us take the same example. That is, a car is moving with the road with the velocity of 10 meter per second. This sentence is incomplete because I did not mention the directions here, right? Because when we talk about the vector, we have to mention both the magnitude as well as a vector. So I have to say that the car is moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second with in the north direction or in the south or in the east or somewhere, right? Like that. Okay. So it includes both magnitude as well as the direction. These are the basic things which you know, right? So next slide, we will see the several physical quantities which we see in our day-to-day life, and we will going to classify them as a scalar and a vector. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ನಾನು physical quantities ನ mention ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Some of them are scalars and some of them are vectors. Let us see which are the what are the scalars and what are the vectors. Okay. So in this, the distance is a scalar quantity, right? So as a let us say, for example, ನಾನೀಗ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ 20 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ the distance means it matters only 20 kilometers, not the direction, right? So this is a scalar quantity. And energy is also scalar quantity. For example, energy means if you drink some energy drinks, okay, like apple juice or somewhere somewhat, you can drink the energy drinks, but it needs it gains some energy to your body, like 10 joule of energy you gain, like that. It tells only about the magnitude, not the direction, right? So similarly, the speed is also, which we have already discussed in the previous slide, right? So charge is also scalar quantity. So how much amount of charge, like that. Time, how much time now, like that. And volume, it also is a scalar quantity. And temperature is also a scalar quantity. So what about the vector? Vector is a velocity, is a vector quantity. And acceleration means rate of change of velocity, right? So velocity ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು acceleration ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ. So it is also a vector quantity. And displacement is we discussed in our previous lesson, right? So displacement ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ. So displacement ಇಂದು ಕೂಡ vector quantity. So let us see now the scalars and vector representation. How do we represent the scalar and a vector? So basically, scalar, there is no much thing to study in the scalar. So we will focus mainly on the vector, which we are going to discuss now. Basic representation of the scalar and vector, that is, how do we represent the scalar and vector? Scalar is represented by a scalar quantity is represented by an ordinary number. It just represented by an ordinary number. Let us take an example, that is distance. Distance is denoted by small d, right? Small d is equal to 10 kilometers. This is how the scalar is represented. And what about the vector? Vector quantity is represented by an arrow placed over the letter to represent the direction. So now, for example, velocity top of the head ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು arrow mark ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it indicates the direction ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. And magnitude is represented by number. So magnitude ನ ನಾವು similarly number ಅಲ್ಲಿ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. For example, velocity ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Velocity ಅಂದ್ರೆ v ಇಂದ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. v ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ arrow mark ತೋರಿಸಿದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it indicates the direction also, not only a magnitude. So magnitude is v is equal to how much? 5 meter per second ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. Similarly, acceleration kuda on the top of a we denote the arrow mark, right? So vector a is equal to meter per second square, right? So I hope it is clear to you now. Next we will see the combination of scalars. So what are the combination of scalars? Let us study what are the rules or what are the convention which we follow when we going to make arithmetic operations. So arithmetic operations na ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ರೂಲ್ ನ ನಾವು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ let us see now. So first of all, addition, subtraction, multiplication and the division of a scalar follows the rules of algebra. So algebra ದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ರೂಲ್ ನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ addition, subtraction, multiplication ಮತ್ತೆ division ಮೂರಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೇಮ್ ರೂಲ್, ನಾಲ್ಕಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೇಮ್ ರೂಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Suppose for example, I travel 5 meter per second and my friend travel 10 meter per second. Then what is the sum of the distance? Is 5 plus 10 is which is equal to 15 meter per second, right? So in a similar manner, subtraction also, what is the subtraction? 5 minus 10 is equals to 5 meter per second, like that. And in the multiplication also, 5 into 10 is 50 meter per second, like that. So in the next rule, addition and subtraction of a scalar makes sense only for quantities with the same unit. ಸೊ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಸೇಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಅ 1 kg ಆಫ್ ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಟೊ and 2 gram of potato. So if I want to add these two, what is the total? Is 3 kg? No, right? So because it is in 1 kg and it is in 2 gram, so the units are different, but the rule says addition and subtraction of scalar makes sense only for the quantities with the same unit. It is same unit idre matra naven madbodu, addition madbodu or subtraction madbodu. So just we have to convert this gram to a kilogram. Therefore, just divided by this to 1000, it will become 1 kg plus 2 gram is equals to 0.002 kg. Therefore, it will become into same unit. So, ಇವಾಗ ಇದೇನಾಗಿದೆ same unit ಗೆ convert ಆಯಿತು, which is equal to 1.002 kg. This is how we have to make a addition and the subtraction of the scalar, right? So, third point is multiplication and the division of the scalar can be done for the quantities with the different units. So different units ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು multiplication ಮತ್ತೆ division ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು that scalar ಗೆ. So multiplication ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? For example, momentum P is equal to mass into velocity, right? So mv is equal to, if the body has 1 kg of mass moving with a velocity of 1 meter per second, okay, then what is the total momentum? Total momentum is equal to 1 kg meter per second, right? So this is how the multiplication. And division, when we talk about the division, let us take an example for speed. Speed is equal to distance divided by time taken, right? So I traveled the 10 kilometers distance in 1 hour. So then what is the total scalar quantity of this is 10 kilometer per hour is our division, right? So this is how the combination of scalars which we are going to prove. Then let us see the combination of vectors. Till now we have discussed about the combination of scalars, right? So now in this class we will going to discuss about the combination of vectors for the position and the displacement vectors. So position kuda vector quantity and displacement kuda vector quantity. So let us see how the combination of two vectors combine. So let us take an example here. P1 and P2 are the initial and the final position of a body. Let us imagine. So ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಕಾರ್ P1 ಇಂದ P2 ವರೆಗೂ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So P1 is the initial position of the car and P2 will be the final position of the car. Let us draw by a graphical method. So position and displacement vector proved by a graphical method. So I'll mark just from the origin. ಸೊ ಆರಿಜಿನ್ ಇಂದ P1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಡಿನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಂದ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ವಿತ್ ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಆರಿಜಿನ್ ಇಂದ P1 ಇರೋದು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅಂಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಗೆ ನಾನು P2 ಅಂತ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ 0 to P2 it is having the position vector OP2, and what is the displacement of these two? The OP1 and OP2 are the position vectors, right? And displacement vector will be the shortest distance, right? The displacement and then shortest distance from P1 to P2 is the displacement vector, right? So P1 and P2 are the displacement vectors. So this is how the position and the displacement vector is represented. Let us see the combination of vectors. Combination of vectors by vector addition. So vector addition first method is the triangle method of vector addition. It is one of the basic method for addition of vectors. So let us suppose I have a vector A here and I have another vector B here. So I have to make an addition of these two vector by using the triangle method. So nanen martini first any one vector tagoltini. I'll take a vector A. ಸೊ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನ ನಾನು ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ತಗೋಬಹುದು, ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿ ಕೂಡ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ನನಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎ ಇದು ಹೆಡ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ಇರೋದು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎದು ಹೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ತೋರಿಸಿರೋ ಅಂತದ್ದು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎದು ಟೈಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೆಡ್ ಟು ಟೈಲ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೈಲಿಗೆ ಹೆಡ್ ನ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಅನದರ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ದು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಟೈಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಕೋಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬಿದು ಟೈಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದು, ಬಿದು ಹೆಡ್ ಯಾವುದು ಆನ್ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎ. ಸೊ ಎದು ಹೆಡ್ ಬಂದು ಎದು ಟೈಲಿಗೆ ಬಿದು ಹೆಡ್ ನಾನು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆ ರೀತಿ ನಾನು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಬಿ ನ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಟೈಲಿಗೆ ಹೆಡ್ ನ ಕೋಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ದ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಇದು ಹೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇದು ಟೈಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೀಗಿದೆ. ನಾವು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಎ ಇಂದ ಬಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆಂಟಿ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಶೋ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅದರ್ ಟೂ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಂದ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಂಟಿ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Suppose A and B are in the clockwise direction and the resultant will be move in the opposite anti-clockwise direction, like that. So what is the resultant of these two? R is equal to A plus B will be the resultant vector. Similarly, the combination of vectors by the vector subtraction. So it is also similar to the addition, but the slight change is here we are going to subtract, right? So I have a vector A here and vector B here. So what is the difference? Difference will be A minus B, and A minus B we can also write it as A plus of minus of B, right? So plus into minus will be, again it will become minus only. Right? So Let us take a vector A, and head of the vector will be in the back side and the tail will be in the arrow mark side, right? So ಈಗ ಟೈಲಿಗೆ ಹೆಡ್ ಬಿದು ಹೆಡ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಬಿದ ಹೆಡ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹೆಡ್ನ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, we have to show like this only. And what is the negative of the B? It will be in the opposite direction only, right? So negative B will be like this. So this is minus B and this is plus B. Now I have to make a subtraction for this. So what is the resultant vector? Now this A and B will move in the clockwise direction and the resultant vector will be in the anti-clockwise direction, right? So this direction will be in the opposite direction. Therefore R is equal to A plus of minus B. Therefore A minus B. So it is clear to you now, I hope. Then thank you.